Where does sin come from? Now that is a very good question. Like with any disease, it's always good to understand its source if we want to destroy it. In our previous section, we explained that sin arises from the freedom we have to choose our own will. And so it makes sense that sin comes from the very place where we exercise that free will. The Bible clearly confirms this principle. Sin originates from inside our hearts, or to use more modern language, our minds. This is where we exercise our freedom of will. The Bible refers to the heart as the source of our thoughts and says that its natural way, unfortunately, is only evil all the time, making it deceitful above all things and beyond cure. The prophet Jeremiah makes this rather depressing diagnosis of the human heart. He says in his 17th chapter, "The human heart is the most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is?" Essentially, Jeremiah is concluding that all humans have used their hearts, their free will, and exercised that free will to choose evil instead of good. And this principle is important. The idea is that sin originates from our own mind or heart. It is a consequence of us freely choosing to disobey the law of God. As a result, we are each responsible for our own sins. Jesus also taught the same idea, that sin comes from our own hearts. In Mark 7 at verse 20, he says this, "It is what comes from inside that defiles you. For from within, out of a person's heart, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, greed, wickedness, deceit, lustful desires, envy, slander, pride, foolishness. All these vile things come from within. They are what defile you." Pretty powerful list, that. Where does sin come from? Where does it originate? It comes from inside you.